How are you today? Is your day off to a great start? Please let me know. I'm interested, right? So this idea was born in a live feed, very much by the drivers, right, who not only came up with the slogan and the idea, but again, this is an idea by drivers for the drivers. And I said I would lock in. And when I say lock in, I'll probably spend a good $500 with press release companies, online companies that get the word out, right? That distribute these type of stories to millions and millions of newspaper outlets worldwide. And then some newspapers pick it up if they think it's a good story and they run with it, right? So on April Fool's Day, this ain't no joke. This ain't no April Fool's Day joke. This is reality, folks, right? Reality. And here it is. On the 1st of April, 2020, we protest our pay, our poor pay, right? And granted, I love rideshare. I've made a lot of money in rideshare. I've referred a ton of people in rideshare. I'll admit to that right away. But in today's times, I cannot watch my brothers and sisters stress out like they are stressing out currently, right? Because Uber and Lyft are driving them down and down and down. Why? Because they've made these supersonic promises to Wall Street and investors that by end of 2020, they will be profitable. And they cut the costs at every single corner, and they always slap these reductions, these cost-cutting methods on the driver. The driver gets pushed further and further down. Your cars rack up more and more miles, and I cannot idly sit by and watch this. So, you know, you think of every trick in the book, you say to yourself, okay, you call a strike last year, May, right? A lot of people get involved. We get a lot of press. It works. But where do we truly hurt and hit Uber and Lyft the most so that they listen, right? So that they actually listen and recognize on a specific day or in a specific week, they truly have a problem because we collaborate together. How do we run a strike where we don't really damage ourselves, damage our earnings by just shutting off, right? And the most effective way, and again, I've run this by several people, right? It's not just I'm just taking an idea and running. I run by different people and I say, what is the most effective way to do this? We have an idea. We want to run with this idea and we want to break up those algorithms. We want to get their attention. So on the 1st of April, we switch all Uber driver apps off for a week, right? On 04/01/2020 at 8 a.m. At 8 a.m., we switch all Uber driver apps off. And we keep them off until 04/08/2020, 1 week later at 8 a.m. That's when you can switch them back on. But here's the thing, we're not losing money because in that week, right, we have our Lyft app on and we have our Uber app off, right? Just look at the thumbnail, I'll put it down there, I'll give you the instructions, very, very simple instructions, right? First week, Uber app, driver app off, Lyft app on, right? And this is probably for the 80% that are driving on both platforms, and that's a fact. 80% of us are driving on both platforms. And I am not asking for the people that are just on the Uber or Lyft platform, only on one platform to participate, because then you wouldn't be making money for a week and it wouldn't be fair on you. But if you can, between now and then, it's a few weeks, please get yourself on both platforms. You have the car. Look, if you have a rental, this is not going to work. They only allow you to drive on one platform. But if you own your car, get both apps up and running so that on April Fool's Day, we can say, who's the fool now? Uber and Lyft, who's the fool now? It will go so dark out there. Right, Hustle, love you for that. I appreciate you. Thank you. right? And I don't want to hurt your earnings. I'm trying to find, I ran this by a CEO friend who's a powerful, powerful national CEO. I can't reveal his name, but I ran this idea by him and I said, do you think this would have some effect if we did it in the following fashion? And he said, yeah, it will get their attention, right? Because in that 1 week, every Uber rider is left behind and we are satisfying the trips of every Lyft rider. The following week, right, on 04/08/2028 AM, right, we switch. Lyft apps go on for a week and Uber apps go off up to 04, the 15th of April, 2028 AM. So 1 week on, 1 week off, and then we switch, which means any driver out there who has both platforms is not going to be losing out. You may be, let me correct that, you might be losing 10% of your earnings, right, by focusing 1 week on Uber and then not on Lyft, and then the next week you reverse it. But the bottom line is you're still driving on that platform and you're making money. We have to send a very, very powerful message to Uber and Lyft. We have to send a very, very powerful message to all the Uber and Lyft riders worldwide. We cannot, and I repeat, we cannot work for pennies, right? If they're not making up those earnings in tips, which they're not, right? We cannot run our cars into the ground at $8, $9 per hour. It just does not add up, right? And I'm so frustrated and I'm so sick and tired of the way they are playing with us like yo-yos, right? They decide, okay, you go up, we're going to go skirts outside, you're going to 10% down. It's like a yo-yo, playing with us like a yo-yo, right? And then what surprise do they have for us next year? I am so fucking fed up with you, Derek K., with the way you are bullying and manipulating the market and not communicating with the people and disrespecting the people, right? And I hope that on April Fool's Day, I can make a true fool out of you, Derek K., out of Tony West, out of Chai, and all the people that take us for granted, and all the people that every single day play yo-yo with these drivers. I've had it, right? And again, I love rideshare. Don't get me wrong. I have met the most insane, coolest people, right? I get to hang out at NBA players' houses. I get to invited to Hollywood actors' parties, all thanks to rideshare. I truly, truly, believe me when I say I love rideshare. But years and years later, I have to face reality and I have to say, after all those years, right, and I've done extremely well, where am I now, right? Right now, I've built out a successful channel and it is my calling. It is my duty. It is my responsibility towards all of those millions of drivers out there to stand up for them, right? And say, you know what? I may have done well. I've figured out the ways to make money, but there are thousands and hundreds of thousands of drivers that are hurting every single day. So on April Fool's Day, my friend, there's only going to be two fools. It's going to be Derek K. and it's going to be Logan Green, the two biggest fools in the country. We're going to call them out. On April the 1st, 8 a.m., we switch our Uber apps off for a week, and we switch and we drive on Lyft only. And then the following week, on the 8th of April at 8 a.m., we switch Uber back on and we switch Lyft off for a week. And I beg you, I am asking, I'm literally pleading here, right here and now, please, please participate. Because if we all collaborate, if we all do this together, I tell you, we will have such an effect. And not only am I putting this video out and asking you to blast it all over social media, tweet it, Facebook it, Instagram it, whatever, make your own banners, make your own stories, right? But on April Fool's Day, who's the fool? We will only have two fools on April Fool's Day, and that is Uber and Lyft and their two CEOs. And why? Because they deserve it. They truly, truly deserve it. They have, like, if you take a towel and you know, a wet towel, and you get every last frickin' droplet out of that towel, right? Fell into the swimming pool, and now you got to dry it. That's what they're doing. Every last little droplet, they're sucking out the driver like true parasites, right? In fact, you know, at the Oscars, Parasite won the award. They should win the best. They should win the best parasitic award, Uber and Lyft, right, for what they are doing to drivers. And if I don't act, I don't know who else is going to act, but I truly hope you guys turn around and turn to all of our brothers and sisters, right? We love our Dustins. We love, you know, the simple driver. We love Harry, the rideshare driver, and they have so much power. Some of them have maybe more power than I do in all their channels, and they got to stick with us. We got to get this out, right? This is not for me. This is for all drivers, right? This is for all drivers that on April Fool's Day, guess what? April the 1st, hello, April Fool's Day, you're the fool, Mr. K, Derek K. You're the fool, Mr. Green. And guess what? We're switching off Uber for a week and Lyft on for a week. And I know that 80% of the drivers can participate in this. And international drivers, you know what, even in Canada, whether you're in Vancouver and Toronto and those cities that have Uber and Lyft, unfortunately, Lyft is not in those other countries. So I cannot expect those drivers to stand in solidarity with us. But even to our brothers and sisters in New Zealand, even in the UK, in Germany, in Portugal, in South Africa, in Australia, in Japan, wherever you are around this globe, if you could help us maybe switch your Uber apps off for the day on April Fools, right? I don't want you to lose too much money. Just switch it off on April Fool's Day for a day if you're an international driver. Here in the United States, if you're part of those 80% that have both apps, Uber and Lyft, here it is. It's so simple. At 8 a.m. on April Fool's Day, Uber goes off for a week, Lyft stays on. And then on the 8th of April, we switch after that week, right? Lyft goes on, Uber goes on and Lyft goes off. But we start the week off sending a message to Uber, right? And, you know, Dennis says a week is a long time. It's not a long time. This will absolutely make, if they're internationally, switch to Bolt. Exactly, right? Uber will go effing crazy, right? But if we do this for a day, we don't have much impact on them. And I can't ask our international brothers and sisters who are only on one platform to switch off for more than a day. But on April the 1st, we can say, who's the fool now? Uber and Lyft. And our international brothers and sisters can switch off for the day. Take off, guys. Just take a freaking day off. Go recharge the batteries. Go and work on future plans. Do your accounting. Go take a dive in the ocean. Get on your bicycle. Get out there with your family. Go on a hike, right? If you're an international driver on April the 1st, right? And just take the day off. Just recharge your batteries. But in the United States, we got to work together for those 2 weeks because it's the first week is Uber off, Lyft on, and then we switch on the 8th of April, right? Uber on, Lyft off. We can do this. I know we can do this. And I'm going to put the money. Last night, I was on a couple of the press release platforms. There's one that I'm going to spend about $350 on, PR Wire. They're very good. I've used them before. And there's another PR service I'm going to spend I'm going to put $500 of my money into circulating this press release of our April Fool's Day protest, right? So I ask for your participation, Dustin. I ask for your participation, Dave, the Uber slave. I ask for your participation, Kevin. I ask for your participation, Uber girl Paula. I ask for your participation, Harry, the rideshare guy. I ask for every YouTuber that has ever made a video about rideshare. San Diego Rideshare Pro, Rideshare Trickster, Rideshare 411. I call upon you to get the word out that we make an online statement, right? You don't have to physically be out there with a banner and hold up your banner like you're protesting or marching the picket line. No, you don't have to do this. You are taking an online stand, which means with my phone, right, with my iPhone or with my Samsung, I say, I switch off in the first week and I drive with Lyft. And again, I know just by the sheer numbers, the statistics that are in, that 80% of you, 80% of the people that I'm talking to right now, to Dennis, to Manka, to Alan, to Robert, to James, to Bella, to Scott, to Gift from Artemis, I know that 80% of you are on both platforms. And if we can do this together, and the only way this is going to work is if we blow this out in the media, not just this video alone. This video alone will get a few thousand views. But if you go out there and put your own message into your Facebook group, and then, by the way, here's what we are all doing on April Fool's Day, right? We are taking a stand for the poor pay and the poor treatment. We will not be treated like yo-yos anymore. We will not be treated like lab rats anymore, right? And get your act together, Uber and Lyft, right? Stop changing. And do you know how much stress Uber and Lyft inflicts on a driver? By constantly making these changes, because it puts a driver under so much stress. He's now, okay, what are they doing with me? How are they manipulating me? And you know that they're manipulating you, right? Manka Travel, I love you for that. Thank you so much. You know, I appreciate that. I really do. You know how much hashtag at Bolt Bucharesti. I like that. Go and subscribe to Manka Travel's channel. And that's an awesome contribution. I truly, truly appreciate it. Makes this video and the time that I take to make this video worth it. And I'm going to use that 20 towards the $500 I'm paying on press releases, right? Because the only way this really circulates worldwide is if you actually get a press releasing distribution online service in action, right? Social media, we can make so much noise. But once it starts appearing in all the blogs, all the online news sites, all the newspapers, then, only then will they listen. And prior to my March 13th court appearment, I will let them know that I started this April Fool's Day. And I'm going to tell the attorney, I will tell her to her face, on April the 1st, I'm going to make a fool out of your company. I will tell her that personally from me to their attorneys, because I meet them on March the 13th in the courts, right? I'm going to say to them, on April the 1st, I want you guys to be all ears, all eyes, because I'm going to make a fool out of your company with millions of drivers. And like, what's that all about? Or maybe they've heard about it, right? We are coming for you, right? And the only way we get results is by doing this, right? And again, I will make the statement. I love the rideshare industry. I've done extremely well. I've made the most awesome contacts, which I've all funneled into my private company, right? From Uber and Lyft, I've funneled them across, right? And they don't book Uber and Lyft anymore. They're done with Uber and Lyft because they don't like the inconsistencies, right? But with a private driver, they get a reliable and safe driver, and they love that, right? When they need to be picked up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, they cannot always rely on an Uber and a Lyft, right? I tell you what, I'm there, right? I was up yesterday at 4 a.m. I was up the day before that at 5:30 a.m. picking up the people, right? So I am super grateful to Uber and Lyft for a great, great run, right? And helping me build out my company, right? But I cannot sit by anymore, right? And watch these companies try to suck every little drop of blood out of a driver. It's just unacceptable. And what's also unacceptable to me, that's in probably in the last year, they have literally wiped out over $500,000 of my referral earnings. Wiped them out, clean slate, not even there, taking the names down, the numbers down. Oh, we don't know where they are. So put yourself in my shoes. I'll put myself into anybody's shoes yesterday that was stressed out with the outage and suddenly they can't see their numbers, or their numbers are not making sense, or they did 3 trips and they only got paid for 1 trip, right? That's stress. Hey, you guess what? I just spent a few hours servicing your clientele, your passengers, right? I know I did 4 or 5 trips and you're paying me for 1, right? It's just plain wrong. It's just plain wrong, right? And also, my friends, mentioning that, do go over to the local driver website. We have videos now, localdriver.co .membership. Please watch those videos. They put them together for you. Let's say so. Let me jump into the room. Colleen's here. Alan Mills says the April Fools are on us drivers for continuing to drive for those companies, when statistically speaking, us drivers go into debt the longer we drive for these companies. So if that's the case, don't drive, right, Alan? If that is your situation, don't drive, right? As long as you're making money, right? I'm running a private limo company, doing very, very minimal on the Uber and Lyft side. They're not even paying me for referrals anymore, right? But I'm making money right now, whether I like it or not, through rideshare, through YouTube, through a private limo company. But if Alan, that is your attitude, you got to stop yesterday. You got to stop driving. Manco Travel says, then NBC, CNN picks it up. Yeah, if one of the big outlets picks up the story, boy, it runs. Doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's CNN, NBC, ABC, Fox, anybody picks the story up, it's a blessing for us, right? Jose Delanua says, SWFL checking in. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Marco Lugo in the house. I love it. Each time that Marco Lugo walks and he goes, Marco in the house. He makes a statement. Marco in the house. Welcome to the house. James Skidmore, I'm curious about being a private driver. My friends, that's where the money is. You know, last week there was a day, remember there was a long day. I made $850 in one day, and I did not break my back. On the same day, I pushed out 5 videos. I went shopping with my kids. I went for lunch with my kids. I watched a volleyball match. I had a great day, and I still managed to make $850 on private trips, and I truly, truly did not break my back. The only thing that held me back was maybe my concussion and my bust wrist, right? Because that put a lot of stress on my body on that day. But had I not had this, it would have been an easy breezy day making $850. So you got to look into that. John's J. DeGravio, I am out of those neon lights. John J, sorry, I looked. If there's something else, I have tons of other merch. If there's something else, I can make it up to you. I promised to send him 2 free lights because he was the 4th closest in the prediction on the Super Bowl, right? And I did send out prizes to the first 3, and he was asking me if I could send him 2 lights. I'm completely out of it. I handed them out at the party. I handed them as giveaways. I will have amazing backrests in soon, really high-end backrests, about $90 each, which fit into your seat and take care of your spine, your health. I'll have those as giveaways soon. I'll have more dash cams. Got a lot of merch coming in each month that just comes into my offices and flows back to the drivers. Scott Tucker says, that week off, no rides will mess with their algorithm. I know I was off for almost a month from my auto accident. They were giving rides up the rear. Yeah, but look, that's just you as one individual, Scott. When everyone works together, think of this, and they know that from the 1st of April, 8 a.m. till the 8th of April, 8 a.m., you switch all your Uber apps off and you're driving exclusively on Lyft for the week, right? You're not losing money. You're losing a little bit of money, but you're driving on Lyft. And then on the 8th of April, you switch Lyft off and drive for Uber on. And everybody's doing that together. Now you have thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of drivers who are switching their app off on the week. Watch them squeal, whine, bitch, cry, moan, watch, right? But if you, on your own, if you're the only guy standing who does this, sure, it won't affect them at all, right? John says, it's okay, boss, I will make it up to you, right? Because a promise is a promise. I'll figure out something of equal or higher value that I can send out to you. I hate to go against my my promise, right? So you have a credit from me, John's J. DeGravio. David Garcia says, David Garcia in the house, good afternoon. We welcome you. David Garcia, I hope you're feeling better after your accident. David Garcia had an awful accident where a car hit him front on, and the passengers were actually carted off to the hospital. I think his head is in a brace. He has whiplash. My friend, go and get yourself a good attorney, right? Get yourself a good attorney. You want to get your car replaced, and you want to get damages right there, right? And I believe, I hope I'm not saying this incorrectly, but I believe the person that hit you was in a Mercedes-Benz. That just shows that my brain is still functioning. I did read this a few days ago, and I believe they were drunk, right? So anybody who's drunk and who's in a Benz and who's in their 30s, got money, brother, go after it, right? So just quickly to those videos on the local driver. Please watch this video tutorial before you register. It will guide you through the right steps. Go and watch that. Very, very well done. Then how to communicate with your fellow drivers. There's a video on that. How to vote on issues and create issues as a co-op. There's a video on that. A lot of the ideas we got on the GOAT platform flow straight in here. And then what I really like is the marketplace, where you can list items and products at retail price, at wholesale price, and get your own store going, right? So there's a lot of people that have products out there that are selling products. Set them up, get them going. So that, my friends, you can just jump onto localdriver.co/membership. I put the link up in this video. Check that out. But more importantly is that on April the 1st, guys, we need to take a stand, right? I'm in on this one. Let's see, David V says, I will switch to Lyft as you ask for a week starting on 4/1. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have a commitment there. I like people with commitments, right? People with a plan. Scott Tucker says, understandable, but what I was saying is once I come back on, they give me rides up the rear, which is good, because if you go away for the week and they see, why does this person not driving on our plan? They've gone away for a complete week. They suddenly give you tons and tons of good paying trips the next week. They want to keep you. They want to show you, hey, we'll make you some money. So good for you. So you're sending a strong statement in that first week, right? You're switching in that second week. And then come the third week after the 15th of April, do as you wish, drive on both platforms. But I can assure you that those companies will start feeding you better paying trips if you engage on April Fool's Day. Who's the fool now, Derek K? Who's the fool now, John Green? Whatever your name is, Mr. Green. Colleen, I'm definitely in. I love that commitment. And David Garcia, please do update us on your health, on your situation. Edward Escobar, thank you very much. Sent me an article, Uber and Lyft are pushing drivers into poverty. And how, just check the timing on that, right? And we're not going to allow them to push us into poverty. We're not going to allow them to control us, okay? So this is truly an opportunity. So yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but the new i4 BMW comes out next year, and my fiance wants to get that one, the BMW i4. She just told me, all excited. It's a sweet car. It's supposed to give Tesla a run for its money. Texting. So gift from Artemis says, good stuff. We won, if we won for 4:01:20 to work, then it will work. Plain and simple. Riders, let's commit to our future. Cool. I've got Canada on the other line calling me. I'm doing a live feed, Canada. If you're listening in, I'm doing a live feed. Just hold your horses. Be with you just now. Rideshare 411, I'm asking you, circulate this. And if you see this face value, if you've heard about this Rideshare 411, I'm asking you, does this make sense, right, in your eyes, right? That on April Fool's Day, we do an app protest, an online protest, where we say, okay, from the 1st of April, on April Fool's Day, 8 a.m., we switch the Uber apps off for a week, right up to the 8th of April, 8 a.m., and we drive exclusively on Lyft. And then the following week, on the 8th of April, 8 a.m., we now switch our Lyft apps off, and then we drive on Uber for a week up to the 15th of April. So it's just doing it in reverse, right? Does that make sense to you? Are you able to commit to a video, Rideshare 411? So we're calling on all the troops, right? All the drivers in the trenches, locked and loaded. Push those social media buttons in whatever shape or form you can. Go to your Facebook pages, put in a splurb there, right? Feel free. If anybody needs this screenshot, this thumbnail, please, I will gladly email it to you, right? If you need that thumbnail, just email me, right? I will send it to you. But you know the story. It's very simple. We don't want to overcomplicate it, and we don't want to have drivers not earning money. So this way, we guarantee you keep on earning money if you're on both platforms, right? And for the international drivers overseas where they don't have Uber and Lyft, but they only have Uber, we ask you to stand in solidarity with us on April Fool's Day. Meine Freunde in Deutschland, am 1. April stehen Sie bitte mit uns, dass wir hier ein Statement machen. Danke. My friends in Holland, die 1. April van hierdie jaar, asseblief, ry 1 week met jou Uber Lyft af, asseblief. Thank you. Very, very easy. My friends, my Spanish friends, whether you're in Spain, in Mexico, in Argentina, in Rio, well, Rio is Portuguese, but wherever you are, translate this into your language and push it out there, push it out there, push it out there. David Garcia is at the doctor's getting treatment. We pray, make a prayer for you. Hopefully you get speedy recovery, right? Hope you feel better. Yes, geweldig. Geweldig, Manca Travel. That's it, my Dutch brothers and sisters. And we support you on your strikes, right? And we will keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, right? And Manca Travel, circulate that in Europe, brother, whether in France. And by the way, if anybody hasn't heard yet, France is the first country, thank you, France, is the first country where the courts have officially said, Uber, the drivers are employees now, so they get employee benefits, right? They're treated as employees, right? The highest courts in France have spoken, and it's going to be very, very hard for Uber to overturn that. So a victory for the drivers in Lyon, a victory for the drivers in Marseille, a victory for the drivers in Paris. Good for you. Vive la France. Merci, monsieur. Merci, mademoiselle. Right? A little bit of French there. My little rusty French, got to get it going. Chris Knuff, I only do Uber Eats anyway, no more passengers. Okay, so if you're only doing Uber Eats, but you're also doing DoorDash and Postmates, would you consider switching off Uber Eats for a week and just concentrating on Postmates or DoorDash, right? If you're in the food delivery business and you're on multiple platforms, would you please consider standing with us on April Fool's Day and not carry out any Uber Eats deliveries? Now, if Chris Knuff is only on Uber Eats, if that's his only source of income, I cannot ask you to switch off. Maybe out of solidarity, just switch off on April Fool's Day and don't deliver any meals, right? But if you're on multiple platforms, stay strong. Be with us. Chris Knuff says, I grab Select Surge and transfer it to Uber Eats trips. Good for you, buddy. I love it. A man with a plan. Cheers. I love that word, Manka Travel. Geweldig. Geweldig. I love that. It's so powerful. It's so poignant. It's such a statement. Geweldig. Dutch word. You guys can always go into Google Translator to find out what that means. So, April Fool's Day. Who's fooling who? Who's fooling who? We're fooling you. We're fooling you. Remember that song? Who's fooling who? Who's fooling who? Uber and Lyft, we're fooling you. We're fooling your frickin' algorithm. We're fooling the frickin' CEOs. Who's fooling who? On April 1st, 2020. Whoop, whoop. Sure I will. I do GH, DD, and PM as well. You're a master, my friend. You're a legend. You're a friend. Another man. Solidarity. River Astronaut. More power to all of us. I love that name. River Astronaut. You've just returned from the moon or from Mars with your full astronaut platform. And the first thing you want to do is cool down in a river. Take a nice cruise down the river and swim in that big, giant astronaut outfit. I love the name. River Astronaut. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh my God. Robert Begbie just put a 100 in the house. Now, let me tell you something. Robert, the next video I am going to dedicate to Robert because that's a huge, huge, huge statement. I'm going to get a bottle of champagne and I'm going to make the next video titled, Thank You, Robert Begbie. Let me put that down. What a legend. I hope he has a channel, and please do subscribe to him. You are absolutely wonderful. Robert Begbie. I am going to dedicate a video to you because that to me is appreciation. That shows what I'm doing here, what I'm trying to rally here is met with a huge thank you. And Robert, thank you. Merci. Dankeschön. Baie dankie. Thank you. That's huge. That's huge, my friends. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited for people to email me or text me, hey, I shared it on Facebook. Hey, I tweeted it out, right? All of you, you know, if you haven't set up social media accounts, do it, right? If you're on Twitter, right, like our president, he loves tweeting. Go out and tweet the story out. If you're on Facebook, right, there's tons and tons and tons of good rideshare groups. Some Facebook groups have thousands and thousands of drivers. Say, please stand in solidarity with us. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you. I truly do. You're a legend. Chris Kloof says, also acknowledging Robert Begbie, very nice. I wish I was in the position to do the same. No, I totally understand. I totally understand. You're not in the position to do the same. What we're going to do here is we're going to use Robert's money towards the press release. How's that? I will use Robert's money towards the press release, right? Because there's great services out there called PR Wire, PR Buzz, and they circulate the story. So a good press release, like we pushed out the other day for the local co-op, right? Where they announced me as their CEO. That is worth the money spending on a good press release, because what have we got onto ABC? We got onto NBC, we got onto Fox, we got onto MarketWatch, we got onto all of these outlets. It's even if you're starting a business, my friends, the best money you have to push out a press release, right, to the world. And usually not just one press release, but 3 press releases over 4 weeks does you and your website the world of good. Even all the backlinks that come back to you pushes your SEO, your search engine optimization of your website through the roof when you're pushing out a press release, right? So, when I do a press release on this, I might refer back to www.rideshareprofessor.com, which pushes more people towards my channel, so I get more SEO, which is fantastic. So I will use Robert's money for a very, very, very good cause. Thank you. David Garcia acknowledges Robert Begbie and says, Robert Begbie, you're awesome and you rock, right? Almost cut my, all my PR costs on this before the 1st of April. We already have more than 1/5, more than 20% of my PR costs already covered just through this one live stream, right? See, this is how people stand together, right? This is how they unite together. So Facebook, whether you have a Facebook page in Philly, whether you have a Facebook page in Orange County, say, please, brothers and sisters, participate in this online protest, right? We're on 24 thumbs up. I know we can get up to 40 because, it is a good topic, right? And it's not just something, this is not created by the Rideshare Professor. This was created in yesterday's live stream, right? And if you guys were part of yesterday's live stream, I jumped onto with my techie, Professor Brian Olson, and I said, Brian, come up with a good slogan, come up with a good idea, right? And he said, who's the fool now? Who's the fool now on April the 1st? Marco Lugo, wow, we're going to cover all those PR costs today. We are on fuego. We are on fire. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Dankeschön. Bye, danke. Thank you, Marco. So get the word out. 1st of April, 8 a.m., Uber driver apps off for a week. How many Uber riders will be like, where is I just had that big outage yesterday, but where is my driver now? They're not coming, or they come very late, right? Because you have one person who doesn't participate. The following week, on the 8th of April, 8 a.m., we now switch our Lyft apps off for a week and we switch our Uber apps on. So we don't really lose money. And I know based on the statistics out there that over 80% are driving on, thank you, Marco, thank you, Robert, are driving on Uber and Lyft. So you can do this. You are able to say no to Uber for a week and yes to Lyft for a week, and then yes to Uber for a week and no to Lyft for a week. And guess what? That following week, they're going to be sending you better incentives anyway, because they see you go. They're like, what is going on? Who's fooling who? We fooling Dara? We fooling Green? And my friends, I so hope to slap these attorneys down on the 13th, because on the 13th, they're going to get more paperwork for me. They're going to get their next lawsuit, right? And they just keep on pounding and pounding and pounding these guys, right? On social media, on videos, and I will take $100 million out of their accounts and put it into drivers' hand. That's my goal. I will take $100 million out of Uber and Lyft's accounts and put them back into driver accounts by using smart, effective measures that will work, right? And I tell you what, going up to Sacramento, striking in San Francisco, participating with Lorena Gonzalez, Cloud Surfer Films. Thank you, man. We're almost halfway there to the PR campaign. And I can show you the costs. They're not cheap. What is it called? What is the one called? E-Releases. You can check it. E-Releases charges $350, and man, they're good. PR Wire charges about $200, and they're really good. They get you on Yahoo News. They get you on all these financial outlets. They get you onto all the blogs. They get you. And if you're starting a company, please reach out to me. I'll tell you which services are good, which services work when it comes to press releases, right? There's certain online companies that they may cost a lot, but they do their job well, right? If you're starting a company, even if you're starting a food truck company called Hot Bastard Tacos, for example, Hot Bastard Tacos, right? You can put a press release out there. There's one Uber driver in Phoenix, Arizona, who was driving, who saved up enough money to buy a taco truck, and now he's made over $1 million with his concept, right? What did he do? He used press releases. So, everything you need to learn about business, the gig working industry, the ride share industry will teach you everything: how to deal with people, how to treat people, how to talk to people, how to conduct the best customer service, right? How to set up your LLC, how to get the most taxes back. You will learn so much from the rideshare industry. And maybe there are some people that transition on and do bigger things and better things. Maybe they start a limo company. Maybe they start, like I've seen Santa Barbara drivers start like wine tours, right? I've seen people started selling karaoke machines through. So wherever you want to take it, you could use rideshare as your launching platform, right? Scott Tucker, Bella Denver. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Everybody thumbs up, thumbs up. April the 1st. Who's fooling who? You can see this picture here. These guys are marching. I think this was in New York. It says the Uber CEO, $43 million per year. Uber and Lyft driver, $9 an hour. We're going to mix it up, baby. We're going to mix that up. Mix it up. Dustin, put your own video out. Please, please, please. Hit up Dustin. Say, Dustin, make an April Fool's Day video. And Dustin comes up with the coolest, craziest shit. Did you guys see his video in his CV outfit, right? And how he decked out the car with plastic and everything. Brilliant. Right? Must have taken him forever to set up that video. It's getting good views. So YouTubers know you got to put in that little bit of effort, right? You got to put in that effort if you want the views, right? So let's put, as YouTubers, rideshare YouTubers, let's put in the effort and let's really market April Fool's Day protest. It's an online protest. We don't have to get out there with our banners, and we don't have to stand the picket lines in the hot sun sweating. No, we can make a statement online. We can make a statement through our apps, right? Through our apps, right? Easy. Off Uber 1 week, and in that week we stay on Lyft. The following week, on the 8th of April, 8 a.m., we go back onto Uber for a week and we switch Lyft off. If anybody doesn't understand the concept, please reach out. I will explain it in very simple words. This is not difficult. This is completely doable. James Skidmore says Dustin is crazy funny. He is off the charts funny, right? And humor sells, right? Have you ever seen Super Bowl ads? What type of ads do they run? They run ads that make you laugh. They run ads that make you think. If you are able to give a person a good belly laugh with a Doritos ad or with a Budweiser ad, you've done your job. They will always remember that. Remember that one slogan, "What's up?" Remember they launched that in Super Bowl a few years ago. People still come up to each other and say, "What's up?" Right? Funny shit sells, right? And Dustin's good at it. I'm sometimes a little bit too serious because firstly, I'm a lot older than Dustin, right? I go in, I always approach everything from a business brain, right? That's just the way I'm wired, right? My first job is I'm a parent, I'm a good father. But after that, I approach everything with a business brain. What the internet has taught me a lot is just to lighten it up, right? Be like Dustin, be crazy, be funny, make stupid shit, sing online. Doesn't matter if people are judging you. We get rid of the trolls anyway. Look who walked in, Ukaman. Ukaman's in the house. That's another rideshare warrior that I would go to war with. There we go, Ukaman here. Much love to Ukaman. Much love to Ukaman. Ukaman. I like it, Ukaman. What nationality is that? It's a very interesting name. I like it. Is it from, where is it from? It's cool. Does it have a meaning? Does Ukaman have a meaning? In a lot of languages, if your parents give you a name, it has a meaning. In my name, which my parents gave me, it's Swedish. It's Thorstein, Thor, Thorstein. It means the god of thunder. I gave my mother a thunderous birth, a crazy birth. So she called me Thorstein, like Thor, the god of thunder, a Viking, right? So that's the raw. If my calling is to be a Viking, yeah, with a big frickin' hammer on April Fool's Day, so shall it be. You know, I'll make my mother proud for the name she gave me. Boom with a hammer. Boom with a hammer on April Fool's Day. Bella Denver's got that Hawaii sign going. Whoop, whoop. You know, yeah, I would do anything with Dustin if he wants to roll out something or wants to roll out a product, right? I'm good at getting products together. I can, you know, and I know the people that put the branding, the designing, label designing onto boxes, products, new products. I know where to get them manufactured in Hong Kong. I really know how to make products at a really, really good price. So if we can come up something, we can come up with a unique idea. We'll have Dustin's crazy good marketing skills and my vision and concept skills on putting very, very simple products together. We could say, gift from the goal. Wow, I think we're almost there. I think we're almost halfway. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel. We're setting a goal. I love it. Thank you so, so much for the contribution. I appreciate you, right? And I mean, I think we can all agree this is not difficult, right? And are we asking for much, right? And from those other 20% that are not on Uber and Lyft, but let's say they're only on Uber and they're only on Lyft. All we ask from you is on April the Fool's Day, if you're only driving one platform, just switch it off for the day. Just go and recharge your batteries. Go for a hike with your family. You know, go take your lady out for dinner. Just recharge for the day. But if you're driving on two platforms, Uber and Lyft, right? This is not too much to ask for, right? Because it's not like you're losing crazy money. You're just concentrating 1 week on the one. The first week, you're just driving Lyft, you're switching Uber off. And the second week, you're switching Lyft off and you're driving Uber. So it's not like you're losing crazy money, but you're making a very powerful protest statement to these individuals that run the company, because who's fooling who? You ain't fooling us. Who's fooling who? We're fooling you. Exactly. Sean, rideshare connection in San Francisco Bay Area. Man, that must be the world's longest YouTube channel name. Sean, rideshare connection in San Francisco Bay Area. Love it. Taking action. I'm in 1st of April. Whoop, whoop. Let's hear it up for Sean. Whoop, whoop. For all those people who are going to participate, for all those people who are going to circulate this video, right, on social media. Create your own, if you know, create your own video. Get subscribers out of this. Get attention to your channel on this. Hey, we're on 30 thumbs up. If we can get another 10, if we can get this up to 40, we're running smooth. I'll be very, very happy. Let's see what we have here. You're welcome. Let's see. This guy just said thank you. So I'm just going to say you are welcome. One of my classics, this guy, really nice, and guy from Mexico. He loves my classic, but he just doesn't have all the money. And he goes like, will you work with me? And I'm like, yeah. I gave him $1,000 break on the car. And he's like over the moon, right? He's over the moon. Because I could see how he genuinely loves that car. He's in love with my car, right? And for me, cars can be replaced. I've got too many of them anyway, right? Got to sell several of them, right? But if I can make one person happy out there, this guy's writing me the most wonderful emails and text messages. Absolutely. Mark Roughton, Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. Look, Mopar Life, I don't want to say the name out there, right? You know, the CV, because YouTube has blocked multiple of my videos. But the strange thing is, let's look at this article, right? Let's look at this article. Now, Lyft is the latest tech company to send employees home over CV. But here's the thing, right? They're taking care of the employees, right? But have you seen any care, any specific treatment towards drivers? Were they warning you, or were they giving drivers good advice, or saying, hey, you know, drivers, maybe you should take the week off? Guess what? We are taking the week off in April. You'll see it. That's our CV message to you, right? So here they are. This is what's important to them. Their own team shows once again who they care for. It says there, their employees, right, in San Francisco. No love for the drivers, my friends. I don't see this company discussing this topic or coming up with some good ideas for drivers. But guess what? There they are. And that's probably one of the best online tech blogs out there. TechCrunch. If you go to TechCrunch, they have everything, right? So there they are. They're taking care of the employees, right? So Logan Green, we know where your priorities lie. But in April, on April Fool's Day, we're going to show you where our priorities lie. It lies here, ladies and gentlemen. It lies in this, right? Show us the money. Show us the honey. Show us the money. And that's the message, the online protest we are going to send to these guys who only, again, care. There it is. They care for their employees, right? What messages, what good things have they sent out? You know, they send out a message a day after I called them out. I called them out. I said, you don't even care about your people. You're not even alerting them, right? But here they are. They're shutting down their office to take precautions. And very, very late in the game, they send us some little email saying, okay, well, go to the CDC website and follow that. We already know that. We've already done, we're not stupid. We've already done our research. We've already been to the WHO website. We've already been to the CDC website. We've already looked up what we need to know. But they send out this little email. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, they're taking care of the ranches. They're taking care of... Scott Tucker says it's easy to turn off apps. And if you're in Vegas, you will make the lost money during the time 23rd to the 24th because of the NFL draft in Vegas. We're expecting 1.5. Dude, you rock. Thank you for bringing such solid information. See? So that's like a reassurance to all Vegas drivers. If you work together on this, I love Scott's attitude. Guess what? We'll make it back in those days. That to me is a trooper. That is a guy that I want with me in the trenches, right? When I was in South Africa in the army, that's one of the guys. I was in a platoon of 88 people, right? That's one of the guys I want on my side. Someone that's forward thinking, right? Okay, we make a little sacrifice here, but we make it up there. So he spelled it out to all the Vegas drivers. Just read this. It's easy to do to turn off the apps for that 1 week. And if you're in Vegas, you will make up the lost money during the time 23rd to 25th because of the NFL draft in Vegas, where he already says 1.5 million people are coming. Thank you very much. That information is valuable. I did not know that. I just learned something. Abdu Basha, have you Friday? Happy Friday. I think you're trying to say happy Friday, but yes, I'm with you on that. Thank you, Abdu Basha. Jared Weeks, can I send you a photo of what the Lyft app shows us here in Texas? By all means, right? You have my email. If you don't have it, here it is. By all means, I love receiving text messages. I love receiving emails. I get a lot of my creativity. I get a lot of my stories from your messages, right? And I am definitely a YouTuber that reads all the messages and I act on several, right? I act on several. Mark Roughton says 1.5 million is the max amount, 600,000 is the projected. So what you do is you add the 1.5 to the 600,000, which is 2.1 million, and you divide it by 2. That gives you 1,050,000 people will actually be there. Just worked it out for you. There we go. That's the real number. 1.5 max, 600,000 projected. Add them together. 2.1 divided by 2 is 1,050,000. Roland's in the house. He says, hi, we welcome you. Mopar Life, 8100, 100%. 100%, right? So this, my friends, if you're walking in late in the game at the 1 hour mark, like Roland and Roland's, what's going on here? What's going on? What we say, Roland, is who's fooling who? We're going to be fooling you on April the 1st, 8 a.m. We are switching all Uber driver apps off for a week. A lot of Uber riders will be ordering Lyft trips because only the Lyft driver apps will be on for that week. The following week, on the 8th of April at 8 a.m., exactly 7 days later, we switch, right? We switch the Uber apps on now and the Lyft apps off. And a lot of the Lyft riders that are stranded there will start ordering Uber trips. But what we are sending is a collective message from Uber and Lyft: stop screwing with the apps, stop screwing with the algorithms, because the army of 3 million drivers strong unites and can create power outages anytime we wish. So we're going to create a 1 week power outage on April the 1st. And remember, Uber yesterday experienced a half a day power outage. We are going to give them a 7-day power outage. And to all my international brothers and sisters, no matter whether you're in New Zealand, South Africa, Germany, Japan, Finland, Portugal, Spain, whether you are in Belgium, whether you are in France, whether you are in Holland, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in Argentina, whether you are in Brazil, whether you are in Mexico, whether you are in Australia, whether you are in whatever freaking country, we ask you on April the 1st, stand in solidarity with us, because we understand you don't have two apps, right? You're probably just driving on Uber. Do switch off for the day, and go and recharge your batteries. Take your lady out for dinner, take your kids out for a hike, get on your bicycles, go for a dip in the swimming pool, go for a dip in the ocean, go and make a nice fresh garden salad, go and cut up some fruit and make a nice fruit salad, put a T-bone on the steak, whatever you want to do on the 1st of April, stand in online solidarity with rideshare brothers and sisters all around the world. Amen. Thank you. It's not that difficult. We can do it. All right. Who do we have? Ed Steigelmeier says, help me, help me, help me. How can we help you, Ed? What's going on? What's going on? How do you need help? How can we help, Ed? And by the way, Dave, the Uber slave, just pushed out a video called The Rideshare Professor's Party and picking up the new van for van life. I love it. So congratulations to Dave, the Uber slave, on his van. It's a beautiful van. I'm super excited to help him make a video. Dave, you're more than welcome to bring the van over, or we do a video out of your van. Any way I can help. And thank you for making this video. If Dave, the Uber slave, if you could reach out to him, if you could please make a video on the April Fool's Day protest. Now, on localdriver.co membership, I've already put it there. For the guys that haven't signed up there or want to really start learning what this is all about. Put the link in there for you. Please watch this video tutorial before you register. It will guide you through the right steps, and it's there, right?
In this tutorial, we will show you how to register and become a member of Local Driver's B2B platform. Once you've gone over our membership page, click Join Local Driver Co-op Now at the bottom of the page, and you will be taken to the registration form of the Direct Co-op's Local Driver Co-op B2B website. Fill in your personal information, then select the region and the city and area code where you'll be driving. The area code includes all cities and towns within that area code where you can pick up passengers and or packages for delivery. As a driver, you are eligible for a free seller account, allowing you to set up shop and sell your products and services to other members of the platform. So pick your store name or a username that will be associated with your seller profile. Next, under business category, pick drivers, and in the subcategory, pick rideshare.
Subcategory rideshare.
If you were referred by someone, type in their name.
If you refer someone by the rideshare professor, put in the name. If referred by Dustin, put in his name.
Finally, type in a password and hit register.
Register. This guy's the Good Morning in Canada. It's this voice.
Our team will review your seller account application and approve it, which usually takes up to a few hours. You will also receive an email with a link to confirm your account, so make sure you do, as otherwise you will not be able to log in. Once your account is approved and you've logged in, it's time to set up your public seller profile. Click Seller Profile and fill out the form. Make sure to fill in your shop title, phone number, address, and zip or postal code.
I'll put all those links for you beneath the video. Typing in the information.
Fill in the name of your neighborhood and then upload your profile picture as the company logo. Picture. Make sure your picture is a square so it's displayed properly on the directory. You can skip the rest of the fields and fill them in later. Save your profile.
So this is the platform we've already built.
Now go to Directory at the top menu, select the Drivers category, then Rideshare. You should see your picture pop up. Click it and verify that all the information you filled in is correct.
There we go. That's the registration process. But not to take away, I'll make several videos on that and you'll get all the links. Like I said, you just go to that. Hugh Vojnovic, how about those Box? Oh, Box are playing good. The Box won the World Cup in 2019 and the Box just won here in Los Angeles. The Blitzbokke are on fire. And in fact, I was there on the day. I had front row seats. That's how close I was to the stadium. That's the view. That's the view there. See there? Green and white, the Box. Thank you for mentioning them. They're playing like legends. Kiwi. Love what you're doing. I love the Kiwis. Love my All Black friends. What a great team they are. It's the one team we respect as the Springboks. We respect the All Blacks team, the Kiwi team, and we respect the Australian team. And we also respect the British team. England is powerful, their rugby team. Charlie says, hello, I'm in. Is this part of GOAT? Yes, absolutely. So all the things with the discussion platforms, the questions, all of that has flown into the co-op, the scheduling side flown into the co-op, right? Now you have the various videos. Go and check it out. You can set up your business. You can set up your co-op in your city. Everything is explained, right? Everything is explained on this one. Again, I'll put it there. Go and watch these videos. Learn, set up, and start making money. Local driver. .co. So I asked the local driver co-op team, together with our arm in India, hey, put these things together, get a voiceover, explain how it's done, and let's knock out 4 or 5 videos. That's exactly what we did over there. So go and check that out. But here we go. If you have just walked into this room, massive announcement. Hey, we're on 38. I know we can push it over the 40 mark, right? That's how these videos get a lot of traction, right? That's how these algorithms work with YouTube. They look at the thumbs up. There we go, already got 40. The higher we get the thumbs up, the more traction we get, the more views we get, the more attention we get on the April Fool's Day protest, right? And again, my Dustin friends, my 411 friends, my Dave Uberslave friends, my simple driver friends, all of those great YouTubers, please push something out. I know one or two people that'll bash that because that's just how their mindset is. They've never have anything good to say. So I'm expecting that. I'm not going to give them any credit here in the video. I'm not even going to mention their name, but there are always those negative, dark souls, right? Where the brain is dark and black on the inside and they shoot every idea out. Let's try it out. Let's see if it works. I think it could make a massive impact. 1st of April for a week, Uber driver apps off, Lyft driver apps on, and then on the 8th of April, 8 a.m., Uber apps go back on, the driver apps, and the Lyft driver apps go off. So we alternate for a week, right? And after that 1 week, when you're off the one platform, remember, this is for about 80% of the drivers. Once you're off for that 1 week, they should really start sending you good incentives and good trips and a lot of more rides. So you should benefit from that as well in the second week, right? I drive for Google with a double-decker buses. Cool. Send us pictures. Let's do a story on you. If you drive for Google with double-decker buses, I want to see that. Show me the proof. Otherwise, I cannot believe. We have infantry Sarge in the house. I really like the Uber and Lyft $3 algorithms that take small rides to earn bigger rides. Really helps. My credit report says I'm eligible for an EBT MasterCard. I hope you're not taking those $3 trips, infantry Sarge from San Diego. Hope you're saying no to those. James Skidmore has to go. Have a successful meeting at 12:30. Sign the deal. Sign on the dotted line. Bring in the money. All right, my friends, we're up to 1 hour, 12 minutes. I know we can get to 1 hour, 15 minutes. I'm going to wind the video down at 50 thumbs up. We're on 45. I need 5 more. Got a lot of text messages that are coming in that I need to answer. Sorry, answering text within a live stream, not ignoring you guys. I like it. I got to say, Scott Tucker, no whore for 4. Under 4 we ignore, we don't whore for 4. At 5 we drive, and it's working. See, this is how I said we're going to start cherry picking. We're going to start taking the power into our own hands. We're going to break and chop up those algorithms. We are going to truly wreak havoc on those algorithms, and we're going to take the power back. I promised the Uber CEO, I promised the Lyft CEO that I'm going to take $100 million out of their accounts through very simple mechanisms like this one, the April Fool's Day protest, and put it back into drivers' pockets, right? Cherry picking, you going after the higher paying trips, ignoring the low paying trips, putting less miles on your car for higher earnings is the way to go now. So cherry pick the ones that make sense for you. Not for them. For them, they want you to go after all those 2Zs, 3Zs, 4Zs. No, we say no. So I'm on 47, seeking 3 more thumbs up. Thumbs up. Chris B says, if the left side number doesn't show $5, when did Uber request come in? I don't accept. Sweet. Infantry Sergeants, I've declined so many rides. They're punishing me. No 1+ hour timeouts. They're actually punishing you? Well, then you need to call them on it, right? You need to call their 1-800 number and say, hey, you know what? I don't want these threatening messages that you're sending. Otherwise, I'm going to drive for Lyft. See what they say then, right? I cannot believe that they've given you 1 hour timeouts. I cannot believe that. They can't actually do that. They have these retaliation laws, right, in California where it says you can accept or decline a trip. So you can't, if you're putting that into effect, and you can actually accept and decline as a true independent contractor should, right? You can't come around the back then and say, okay, we designed the system, but now we're going to punish you for using it, right? So are you pretty sure about that you had a 1 hour timeout? They're punishing long rides only with timeouts. I mean, you're pretty sure about this? All right, I need three more thumbs up, everybody thumbs up, thumbs up. We're in 47. Let's do it. So Robert Begbie says they have put long rides on my phone and literally in 2 seconds it disappears now. So you prompted with a long trip and then they're taking it away? And I need to understand this, Robert. So you've been cherry picking and then the moment a long trip comes along, you say, okay, well, great, I'm going to take this one. They're retracting it. I'm not quite following you. I want to understand exactly what Robert is saying. I want to understand what Infantry Sarge is saying. It's been more longer timeouts and destinations not working. That's sad. And that's why, that's why it's maybe good to be on both apps. Look, if the company is going to punish you with a 1 hour timeout, guess what? What's the answer to that? Very, very simple, right, Robert? Very simple, Infantry Sarge. Okay, all right, you want to punish me? Boop, I switch off completely. The moment they make that threat, I switch off and I drive for Lyft for the next hour. I'll guarantee you switch back on and they'll start sending you the trips again, right? They can never outsmart us, folks. We always have to be one step ahead of them. So my answer to you here is based on what Robert and Infantry Sarge have just told me. Here you are cherry picking for you, as you should be, as you are allowed to do. You can decline, accept trips at your will, right? So you cherry pick several trips that make sense for you. And now along comes the punishment screen, right? They say, if you do this right there and then, I go offline, screw you guys. I'll go offline for 2 hours and I'll concentrate on Lyft only. And I'll guarantee you switch back Uber and they will be back there with the trips. Try it out. Try it out. Try it out. They will never, ever outsmart us, right? You can always punish, you can always wreak havoc on their algorithms if they try to retaliate, right? Abstract Echo, they can hide it in the algorithm and claim it's a glitch. Yeah, well, they love this glitch thing. My head's really pounding. Infantry Sarge says they are punishing long ride only with timeouts. Cloud Surfer, how can I send a pic to you or video? Absolutely. I would love to do a video for you on that. It sounds really cool if you're driving the Google bus, double-decker bus, 68 at Gmail. And while you're at it, Cloud Surfer Films, if you can send me a picture and a little bit of a story on you, if you're driving the Google bus and you're also doing rideshare, let's do a little story on you because that sounds fascinating what you're doing. Boom. Booyakasha, booyakasha. Robert Begbie says, so they offer me the trip and usually you have about 10 seconds to read the card, but now they are only giving me about 2 seconds before they disappear. That's BS. That's BS. Okay, so they do that. The moment they retract that offer after 2 seconds, go offline for 2 hours. Go and drive on Lyft. I will guarantee you after 120 minutes or after 180 minutes, you switch back Uber, they will come to you. So you send them a message. You try and punish us, we'll go offline. We'll go and drive for the competitor. It's very simple, folks. Never let them have the upper hand. Their tactics are evil. Their tactics suck. They completely try and manipulate you through this fear-mongering punishment. You got to take a stand and say, okay, you're trying to punish me now? Offline, your loss, my gain. No, your loss, Lyft's gain for 3 hours. Rideshare night. I think drivers should shut down for a week right now due to the V. Lyft closed the headquarters to protect the engineers. And how about the drivers? I already said that. Look, you nailed it, right? I've already, right there. I already talked about this, right? So they're out there taking care of the employees. Hey, guess what, drivers? Keep on making us the money. In fact, they say we had the best week ever during this outbreak. So yeah, go out there, driver. Go to an airport. Go and subject yourself. Go and put yourself in the front line. But hey, what, employees take the week off. This is how they treat. This is how you really know how this company functions, right? Right. And what you got to say is no. And you know how you punish them. You know how you wreak havoc on the algorithms because your safety comes first. Just absolutely no to airports. Absolutely no. Right. What I say to every international Uber and Lyft rider as you arrive at the airport, don't even think of ordering an Uber or a Lyft. Go straight to your car rental place and rent a car from Enterprise, from Avis or Budget. Do your stuff, do your business trip wherever you need to go to your meetings. If you're going for a little 1 week trip around California or Florida, go around in your rental car so that you don't subject other people to a possibility, right? So I hope I've already heard the car rentals are going off the hook, right? Uber and Lyft drivers should say no to airports. Uber and Lyft drivers need to cherry pick. On April Fool's Day, we need to work together. We're gonna take $100 million out of your company in the next few months, Uber and Lyft, and we're gonna put it into drivers' pockets. Why? Because we will outsmart you every step of the way. And again, my message to guys like Infantry Sarge and Robert, who were kind enough to share their stories with us, right? So here they are cherry picking what's working for them. Uber comes along and says, okay, punishment, time out. The moment they do that, right, or they put an offer and after 2 seconds they're restricted, go offline. Keep them offline for 2 or 3 hours, punish them there, wreak havoc on their algorithm, and then switch on Lyft and drive there, right? Never, ever let a company bully you, manipulate you, control you through their tech platform. Sadly, this is very, very common in the gig worker economy, but we put our foots down. Not going to happen. River Astronaut says they sent me $13 requests. When I got there, it was only a $3 ride. It was a 10-mile pickup. Right there and then. Wow. So my advice to you on that one is they do that to you, switch off for an hour or two. Rideshare Hustle in the house just did a live stream on Local Driver and April Fools. Wow, I love it. Hey guys, everyone put your weight, go and subscribe right now. Rideshare Hustle. Didn't talk, just did it, right? He walked the walk, right? So Rideshare Hustle, go and subscribe to him. He did a live stream on the Local Driver Co-op, awesome. And if you're signing up under the Rideshare Hustle, put him in as your referrer. And then he also did an April Fool's. This is going to circulate so fast, my friends. I'm sure it's already on Facebook. I'm sure people are already tweeting about it. We are going to gather so much momentum, and we've collected so much money in this live feed to almost pay half of all the PR costs, because I have about over $500 worth of PR costs on getting this out into the newspapers and online blogs, right? Going to do this every day. Absolutely. I will join you on that. Solidarity with you on this. Please support his channel, right? Give him a boost. The Rideshare Hustle, go hit that name right now. Subscribe to him. River Astronaut's giving you thumbs up. Abdul Basha's giving you a thumbs up. An Abstract Echo says, can't wait for the Local Driver to launch. I agree. Already got a lot of signups. I think I've already referred over 1,500 people to the Local Driver app. Now that the videos are out, go and educate yourself on the platform, right? I'll put those videos beneath this video as well. We're on 49. I need one more thumbs up. Everybody thumbs up, thumbs up. I need one more, and we're on 50, and I can start my day. I'm going to bring this video to the 1 hour 30 mark, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate your input on this yesterday. Today, we brought this to fruition, right? We are going to start the biggest online protest, the April Fool's Day. Who's fooling who? We're fooling you. We will go offline on Uber for 1 week, commencing 1st of April, 8 a.m. And we will be driving Lyft only. The following week, on the 8th of April, 8 a.m., we switch our Uber apps on now and we go off Lyft for a week, right? Hey, Somebody just retracted their thumbs up. Who is that? Dare to share? Somebody just took their thumbs up away. Can't give and take away. Not on my channel. Somebody just gave a thumbs up, whoop, retracted it. We're on 48. I need 2 more. Everybody thumbs up, thumbs up. Sunny Day says, if you pick someone up from the airport and ask them where they are coming from, they might say Dallas, which is true. But that was a connecting flight from... Woo! Dangerous. True. They could fudge. They could fudge. They could lie about that connecting flight. But here's the thing. Don't even pick up at Dallas Airport. Let them take a car rental. I would not pick up in these crazy times. I would not pick up from an airport. I'm on 49. Ask, is there anybody in the house willing to give up 1 more thumbs up, thumbs up? There we go. 50, baby. 50, half a century. Yeah. And guys, if you haven't, this is in today's news. Lyft is the latest tech company to send employees home over the CV. So this is what they care about, the employees, right? On April the 1st, we'll show you what we care about, right? You'll see how much we care about your company. We're going to send a loud and clear, crystal clear message to your CEOs over there, yeah? You lads, I think you're crazy, can manipulate us. And it ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, folks. Ain't gonna happen, folks. We are going to push back so hard, so freaking hard, Braveheart style. We're gonna slam that algorithm over the head in a once, and a twice, and a thrice. Slam the algorithm with a big warrior stick. Boom, waka, boom. That's how we're gonna fight back, lads. We're gonna stand strong, Braveheart style. Yeah, all the Bravehearts. What about us? No free sanitizer or mask? Yeah, come on, man. Send Lyft, send it over. You've got our addresses, send them out. Send out those kits, baby. Send us those free kits. You should sponsor them. We're on the front lines, right? If you're fighting for a country on the front lines, don't they give you all the goods, right? The food, the outfits, the helmets, the ammunition. Send us the goods, baby. We're on the front line. We're waiting. Gift from Artemis. Show them the power, baby. Alan Mills. There's an article that ... Now, we're not disposable. We're going to show them we're not disposable. We'll never get into that mindset saying that you're disposable. We are not. I, Infantry Sarge, I am not disposable. I'm unique, I'm special, and you better treat me with dignity, care, and respect. That's it. That's the statement. No one is disposable. That would be horrible. All right, folks, I think we did it. No, we didn't. We got 1 hour, 1 hour. We got 1 minute, 15 seconds to go. Almost at 1:29. My brain is just... whoop, whoop. In the trenches, baby. In the trenches. Thank you, California. Thank you for voting for me. Come into the trenches with me. Yeah, come into the trenches with me. Fight with Arnold. That's it. Alan Mills, you see that article that says most Uber drivers are in debt? Oh, don't like that. Have some wine and relax. Can't have wine in the middle of the day, Mark. 30 seconds. Let's do the countdown. 30 seconds. Thank you, everyone. It's a great session. And we definitely thank all those major contributors that put money towards the press releases so we can really push April Fool's Day. Anybody who wants the 300,000 email editors, newspaper editors, if they ever want to do their own campaigns, their own press releases, I will email you that. It's a few $1,000s. I will email you that. I don't have to hold on to it. I will share that. So if you want that database, say, write your Professor Torsten, I want that newspaper database. I subscribe to it each year. It is gold. Anybody wants that? I want to give back. I have a database which I subscribe to each year with over 300,000 newspaper editor emails worldwide, all newspaper organizations, right? I subscribe to the service and it's gold. It's worth gold. Anybody wants it, email me. I'll send you a free copy. Invancito da Magnito, new here, came from the Rideshare Hustle. Beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Thank you to the Rideshare Hustle. Subscribed and like. We appreciate you. You're welcome anytime. And thank you to Rideshare Hustle from me personally. All right, my friends, we hit it. 1.5 hours long. We made a lot of noise. Now it's up to you. Social media, please. Distribute. Share. Oh, distribute, wrote wrong. Distribute. Share, 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 share. Make noise. Everybody make noise. Noise. Social media. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Noise. That's it. Get it out. Make your own videos. This thumbnail, if you want it, email me. I'll send it to you. If you want the newspaper database, email me. I'll send it to you. It's worth a few $1,000s. I will happily send it to you. If you guys just want to use it for your own good or send out some articles about April Fool's Day, you're more than welcome to load up the editors and use those emails. Send it to me. I will reciprocate and send it back to you for supporting me on this great feed, especially Robert Begbie. If you have a company or all the people that are big contributors in this live feed that have almost raised $200 towards the press release, I will send you that database free of charge. It's yours, right? You will see all the newspaper editors, all the publications worldwide, whether you're starting your own company, whether you're starting your own limo company, whether you want to highlight or push the April Fool's Day protest. It's there for you, there for the taking. All you have to do is email me. I love you guys. I got to go. In fact, I need the toilet, dude. I need to run. I got to like piss like a racehorse right now. I've been like holding on for 90 minutes. You know that feeling, right? We're driving around and we got to piss, but we still have that driver in the back of the seat and we need to go. And when we need to go, we need to go, right? The moment we throw them out at that destination, some of us just pull over, find a tree. Some of us find a gas station. But when you got to go, you got to go. And the rideshare professor has got to go. Love you all. Thank you.